This is analysis of Julia's breaststroke. Julia has a great pullout and excellent breakout for her breaststroke. As we'll be able to see in the underwater video, one thing that we really want to see her focus on is her breaststroke timing. So what we would like to see is when we get to this point of the stroke right here, we want to have our heels all the way up against our bottom so that we can shoot those arms forward. Julia has pretty good timing, but she can continue to improve this timing. So as we can see right here, as her arms and legs move forward at the same time, this causes a little bit of an inefficiency in her stroke. So as a result, it decreases her forward momentum because she has nothing that's driving her forward. Additionally, we really like to see her keep that head in line with her body. She doesn't move her chin a very great deal, but what we can do is have her drop it down another couple inches and keep it still so that it's in perfect streamline with the rest of her body. That'll really help her gain more speed on that glide out on the kick. This is a good turn, but I want to make sure she thinks about not coming quite so high out of the water and coming straight in and straight out of the wall. Additionally, I want to see this elbow bend right here. This straight arm is coming around like this instead of having the elbow bend. It'll be a much shorter and faster path for her arm to behind her head into her streamline. Again, excellent pull out and breakout. Want to make sure that when we are swimming breaststroke, the reason that we want to drop that chin all the way down is so that we don't have the resistance of our head out of line of our streamline. So this causes a little bit of extra drag that we can eliminate by simply dropping our chin and putting our ears between our arms. This is underwater analysis of Julia's breaststroke. I really like to see Julia think about using this dolphin kick to kick herself and propel herself closer to the surface of the water. We can see she starts this breakout stroke a little bit too deep. And as a result, she starts to get vertical as she comes towards the surface of the water. This opens her up to a lot of resistance, and we want to make sure that she keeps her body in line instead of getting vertical, which will allow her to break out with more power. One way that she can avoid getting vertical like that is keeping her eyes on the bottom of the pool and keeping her head in streamline with the rest of her body. So she has pretty good breaststroke timing. One thing that we want to really focus on is that load and shoot timing. So what we want to see is when our arms get to this point right here, right before they start to move forward, we want to have our heels all the way up against our backside. That's going to allow us to shoot our legs forward, shoot our arms forward as we kick. Okay, we can see that Julia has a slight inefficiency in her stroke where her arms and legs are moving forward at the same time. This provides a lot of water resistance and also detracts from her positive momentum moving forward. Practicing the load and shoot drill can greatly affect how we move efficiently through the water in our breaststroke. We can see as Julia comes in for this turn that she's going to grab the wall and pick a lot of her upper body up out of the water. She does a good job of dropping her hips, but we don't need to see her bring her shoulders all the way out of the water. She does an excellent job of bringing that hand back behind her head and pushing off into a nice pull-out. Again, we like to see her use this kick to propel herself closer to the surface of the water so she doesn't have to break out quite as deep. Another thing that Julia can work on is making sure that she drops her head down between her arms when after she takes a breath. She should always have her eyes on the bottom of the pool. She never wants to be looking out at her hands in front of her. This will help her keep her body more streamlined, and it'll keep, with her head down, it'll keep her longer and smoother and more efficient. She can also do a slightly better job of squeezing those heels together all the way through at the end of the kick.